You've led them in countless battles, built empires in their names, and conquered the world. But do you really know the historical figures behind your favorite Age of Empires 2 civilizations? These aren't just pixels on a screen. They're titans of history, whose real-life stories are far more dramatic, bloody, and fascinating than any game could ever capture. Let's start with Joan of Arc. In the game, she's a hero unit, a young woman leading the French to victory. The reality, even more incredible. A teenage peasant girl who claimed to hear divine voices, she convinced the future king of France to give her command of his army. She wasn't just a symbol. She was a brilliant military strategist. At the Siege of Orleans, she turned the tide of the 100 Years' War. But her story ends in tragedy. Captured by her enemies, she was tried for heresy and burned at the stake at just 19 years old. A saint, a warrior, a martyr, her legacy is immortal. Then there's the legendary Genghis Khan. In Age of Empires, he leads the swift, powerful Mongol cavalry. In history, he was Temujin, a boy born into a world of brutal tribal warfare. He endured betrayal, enslavement, and the murder of his father, but he rose from the ashes to unite the scattered Mongol tribes. He created an empire that would become the largest contiguous land empire in history. He was a ruthless conqueror, yes, but also a brilliant administrator who established a written language, a postal system, and promoted religious tolerance across his vast domain. He didn't just conquer the world, he reshaped it. Across the globe, another powerful leader was making his mark, Saladin. Leading the Saracens, he's known in the game for his formidable Mamluk units. In history, Salah al-Din was a Kurdish sultan who united Muslim factions from Egypt to Syria to confront the Crusader stage. He was renowned not just for his military prowess, particularly the recapture of Jerusalem, but also for his chivalry and generosity. Even his Crusader enemies, like Richard the Lionheart, respected him. After a fierce battle, when Richard fell ill, Saladin sent his personal physician, along with fresh fruit and ice to help him recover. A warrior king who was also a man of honor. And who could forget William Wallace, the hero of the Scottish campaign, a towering figure fighting for freedom. The real Wallace was an outlaw knight, a guerrilla leader who inspired a nation. His victory at the Battle of Stirling Bridge against a much larger, heavily armored English army was a tactical masterpiece, a shocking upset that proved the English weren't invincible. Though his fight ultimately ended in a brutal public execution in London, his defiance lit a fire. He became the symbol of Scottish independence, a legend whose cry for freedom echoes through the centuries. From the steppes of Mongolia to the fields of France, these are the real people behind the game. Their lives were filled with more triumph, tragedy, and ambition than we could ever imagine. They were strategists, visionaries, and revolutionaries who left an indelible mark on our world. So the next time you command the Teutonic Knights or the Byzantine Cataphracts, remember the real history, the real people. The game is just the beginning of their story. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the history behind our favorite games. See you next time.